Hi. 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 Oh, give me the belly. Give me the belly. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. All right. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Willow, place. Good. Good. Good girl. All positive reinforcement on the plays command up until now. It's still going to be all positive reinforcement, except for me telling her NO if she makes a mistake, and I will just guide her back down with my hands and my spatial pressure. Later, we're going to start introducing leash pressure, and not so much corrections, but just adding communication to let her know that she has to remain on there until I release her. Good girl. Good. You'll see me occasionally giving her a good and going right to her and feeding. Good is also a marker word, just like YES. The only difference is that good means keep doing what you're doing, I like it, the food will come to you, as opposed to me saying, yes, it releases her, right? Yes releases her, good is a duration marker. It means keep doing what you're doing, I like it, the food will come to you. Willow, come here, sweetheart. Place. Good. Excellent. No. Place. Good girl. So you saw me there mark it with no. And instantaneously after I say no, I guide her back on with my hands. She's very good at following the hands at this point because I've been feeding her from them up until this point. Good girl. Good. And now I'm going to do slow circles. You're going to see me disappear from the camera most likely. Good. I'm going to do slow concentric circles around the dog. Change my direction. And again, this is when we start to proof the behavior. We're showing the dog different pictures. Good girl. Good. And I will mark and reward the down. I want the dog lying down on place, not necessarily as a command, but I just want the place to represent calmness. I want them to be calm on place. I want them to go into like little doggy meditation, relax. You know, don't be like all bouncy, ready to go, right? The place board should always represent a place where the dog should just be calm and relaxed. We don't play on place. We don't cuddle on place. It's like when you have visitors over and you don't want to worry about the dog, you know, being underfoot, begging for food at the table, jumping on people, barking on people. How do you get rid of those things? The correct answer is you correct them. You punish the dog for those behaviors, right? Jumping, barking, all the nonsense. But the other side of the coin is, good, is that you should be giving your dog a job to do. You should give the dog an alternative option, right? Which is just go to your place and lie down and relax. I don't care so much about the down just yet, okay? It's only, you know, her 4th or 5th time doing this. Good girl. Okay, yes, good girl. Good sweetheart. Nice. Very good. Willow, place. Good. And you can see I can walk past the place board as I send her and she remains on it. That's another thing you want to make sure of. When you first start teaching the dog to go to place and you kind of walk them along the side like this, but then you pass it, oftentimes the dog will pop right off and follow you. You don't want that. You want to make sure they understand that these 4 corners are the game right here. Good girl. Good. I'm just introducing mild levels of distraction, little kissy noise. Puppy, 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 puppy. No, place. No, place. Good. Good girl. Puppy, puppy, puppy. Okay, yes, good. And like I said in a previous video, after the dog makes a mistake, I will instantly release them with okay to show them the other side of the coin, to show them this is the way I'll place. Not me saying puppy, 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 not me clapping my hands. Good puppy, come here, place. Good girl. Good. Good. I'm gonna back up a little bit towards the camera. I will say good, and I will immediately walk back into her and feed. So whenever you're ramping the difficulty level up, you're making things more challenging for the dog, you want to reintroduce more frequent positive reinforcement, right? Not always a requirement. Good. Good. And I'll start feeding her in the down. If she pops up after I good her, I will lure her back into it. Good. to just start creating a little bit more of that, the lie down on the place board. Sometimes I will introduce an auto down onto the place board, but only when the dog understands and knows the pressure down, which she has no conception of at this point. Good. Excellent. Good. Excuse me. Good girl. Okay. Yes. Good. Good job, Lily. Good sweetie pie. Good girl. I'm going to take a little break, sniff around. She's been crated the last few hours. Let her do her thing. Good girl. Good girl. What you doing? What you doing, little girl? Willow, place. Good. Excellent. No. Place. Good. No. Place. Good. Excellent. Now you can see I'm not using any leash pressure yet. I'm just giving her the marker word, which is N-O, and then I use spatial pressure. You see how when I step into her like that, she's like, whoa, right? Dogs understand that very well. So I can use that as communication. You can call it a correction. You can call it punishment, whatever you want to call it. I'm just communicating and guiding the dog back onto the place board. And as long as I only feed her when she's on the place board, when she's doing what I want her doing, I should get more of this and less mistakes. Okay, yes, good girl. Good job, sweetheart. Good. Willow, come here, sweetie. You ready? You ready? Place. Good. Excellent. Good. Now you're going to see me pick my pace up a little bit, start walking at a normal pace, less looking at her, more looking out into the distance, right? One picture at a time I'm showing her. Good. And I will intermittently feed when she's doing right. Good. Okay. Yes, good girl. Good sweetie pie. Good job, good job, good job. She's a good girl, huh? Who's a good girl? Willow, place. Good. Now, one reason I'm doing this, like I literally just got her out of the crate right before I started this video. I want her a little bouncy and excited. I want to teach some impulse control when she's in a higher, when she's in a more of an energetic mindset, right? When she's got more energy physically, when she's been resting, when she's more excited to work, when she's more easily excitable, right? When the dog is tired, when the dog's been out doing a lot of things, it makes this a little bit easier. But I want to start doing this as well when she's in a more excitable, more energetic state of mind. Good girl. Good. Because at the end of the day, it's all the same. I don't care how tired the dog is. I don't care how ramped up the dog is. A command is called a command because we're commanding the dog to do it. You're obligated to do it at a certain level, right? Good girl. Good. I'll start disappearing behind the car. Now I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to disappear off camera and go around the back of the house. No. Place. Good. Good. Right, just showing her different pictures. One moment you see me, the next you don't, but it's all the same. You have to hold the position until I say, okay, yes, good girl. Good job. Next step for this, in a couple of hours when we do this again, is going to be the exact same thing, except after I say no, when she makes a mistake, instead of just walking to her and asking her to replace, I will grab the lead and apply gentle pressure to guide her back on. Once you can start implementing that, it really helps you ramp up your duration and get you to like a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4-hour play stay, if that's something you need or you want. I personally never really have a situation where I place a dog for longer than an hour. I'll take her to a session with me, a private one-on-one or a consultation. I'll take Giovanni, my Mastiff, with me to a private session or a consultation. And sometimes I need the dog for the session, if it's a reactive dog or whatever. But oftentimes I just want them on place. So I'll bring the place forward, or I'll have them hold the downstay. And it's like 1 hour at most, and they're playing now, good. 1 hour at most is like a pretty standard play stay duration for me. I mean, any longer than that, I don't really ever see a situation where you would need it for much longer than that. Maybe if you go to a restaurant or a coffee shop or whatever. Good puppies, good puppies, good puppies. Willow, come. Yes, good sweetheart. Good job. Oh, you got slobber all over your back, huh? You slobbered on you, huh? I'll clean you up later. I'll clean you up later, little girl. You a good girl, huh? You're a good girl, huh? You're a good girl, huh? Good. But anyways, once you can start introducing leash pressure, like I said earlier, leash pressure is the gateway to intermediate and advanced obedience. So once you can start introducing leash pressure and you can follow up your correctional marker, which is no, the way I do it, with some type of physicality. Grab the lead, taut pressure back on. The dog understands these things very well. Willow, come. Yes, good girl. Calling her off of my Mastiff mid-play. Very good. Excellent. Good girl. Willow, place. Okay. Good girl. Good job. Good. Yeah, she's a good girl. Good. Good girl. Good. All righty. Excellent. Good job, sweetie. So that's it. Nice, simple, and fun. It shouldn't take you more than a few minutes to teach your dog the place, and you should always do it with positive reinforcement to start with, unless the dog is terrified of the place. In that situation, you need to use pressure, because a fearful, nervous, scared dog oftentimes will not take food from your hand. They won't allow you to lure them onto the place board or into the position that you're trying to get them to do. So that's it. Nice, short, sweet, and fun.